You won't believe what just came out of the Warriors camp. Talks of Stephen Curry teaming up with Nikola Vucevic have NBA fans buzzing. Is Golden State finally getting the dominant big man they've been missing? Did the front office just confirm it? This unexpected move could change everything in the Western Conference. What does it mean for the Warriors' title hopes? And why are Bulls fans panicking? Stick around because this is the kind of breaking news that could reshape the entire league. Don't blink, things just got real in the Bay. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you love the NBA, if you live for trades, blockbuster rumors, and spicy team drama, then you're in the right place. Before we dive into today's shocking update, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another bombshell. Also, let me know what you think in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Alright, let's get straight into it. Because what I'm about to tell you will blow your mind if you're a Golden State Warriors fan or even just a fan of elite-level basketball. So here's the tea: the Golden State Warriors, yes, Steph Curry's squad, made a last-minute, behind-the-scenes push to acquire none other than Chicago Bulls big man Nikola Vucevic before the NBA trade deadline. That's right. The Warriors were inches away from pulling off a major move that could have totally shifted the Western Conference balance. Nikola Vucevic, a two-time All-Star, a skilled big man known for his offensive versatility, rebounding dominance, and high basketball IQ, nearly joined the Splash Brothers to form a potentially dangerous offensive trio. Imagine that for a second. Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, dishing it off to Vucevic in the post, or using him as a pick-and-pop partner. That combo would have been nasty. Sources around the league have confirmed that the talks were real, very real. The Warriors' front office wasn't just making calls out of curiosity. They had serious intent to bring in Vucevic as a much-needed upgrade to their frontcourt, which has struggled at times this season, particularly with size, rebounding, and interior scoring. Draymond Green, while still a defensive monster and playmaking wizard, simply cannot do it all himself in the paint. But let's take a step back and talk about the why here. Why were the Warriors so locked in on Vucevic? It all comes down to balance. The Warriors have firepower from deep, elite ball movement, and championship experience. But the one thing they've lacked consistently in recent seasons is a dominant interior presence. Kevin Looney is solid. Jonathan Kuminga is athletic and improving fast. But they don't bring what Vucevic brings: elite rebounding, a polished post-game, and the ability to space the floor with a reliable mid-range and three-point shot. Now, here's where it gets spicy. The Warriors and Bulls reportedly entered advanced discussions. We're talking names being exchanged, packages on the table, and even salary matching being worked out. It wasn't just a casual call between GMs, this was nearly a done deal. But, as with many NBA trade stories, the devil's in the details. And ultimately, the deal collapsed. The biggest stumbling block? Valuation. The Bulls weren't going to give up Vucevic for just a role player or some future second-round picks. They wanted legitimate assets. And the Warriors, while aggressive, weren't willing to part with key young talent like Jonathan Kuminga or Moses Moody. Nor were they interested in moving off of Andrew Wiggins' contract unless the deal included a massive upside. From what we're hearing, the final sticking point may have involved the Warriors being unwilling to attach a future first-round pick without protections. The Bulls, on the other hand, saw Vucevic as too valuable to let go without that future capital. And just like that, the talks fizzled out. Deadline passed. No deal. But let's pause for a moment. Can you imagine what this deal would have meant? Curry and Vucevic running pick and rolls? Vucevic dragging opposing bigs out of the paint to open up lanes for Klay Thompson or Kuminga? It would have been a tactical upgrade that could have rejuvenated this Warriors offense and extended Steph Curry's prime just a bit longer. Also, Vucevic is no slouch on defense. While he's not known as a shot blocker, he uses positioning and size well, and his rebounding numbers are consistently strong. He would have taken pressure off of Draymond and Looney, giving them flexibility in different lineups. Now, here's another angle. The Bulls themselves have been sitting on the edge of mediocrity. Not quite tanking, but not contending either. With Zach LaVine facing injuries, DeMar DeRozan aging, and Lonzo Ball still recovering, many believed it was time for a rebuild. Trading Vucevic would have signaled the start of that process. But instead, they held on, likely hoping they can still retool around their core. So what happens next for the Warriors? Well, missing out on Vucevic doesn't mean they're standing pat. League insiders say they're still aggressively exploring options to upgrade their big man rotation. Don't be surprised if names like Miles Turner, Clint Capella, or even Pascal Siakam, in a stretch scenario, come up again. Bob Myers might be gone, but the Warriors' front office isn't asleep. They know Curry's window is still open, but barely. And if they want another championship parade in the Bay, they need to make serious moves. Whether that's to free agency, trades in the offseason, or internal development, time is ticking. Also worth noting, the Warriors are facing a luxury tax nightmare. Their payroll is absolutely stacked, with Curry, Thompson, Green, and Wiggins taking up huge portions. Adding Vucevic would have made them even more expensive, and ownership reportedly had to consider just how deep into the tax they're willing to go. But if there's one thing we know about dynasties, it's that they either evolve or die. And right now, Golden State is stuck between two identities, the old guard, Curry, Clay, Dre, and the new blood, Kuminga, Moody, Podziemski, and maybe even Kai Sato soon. Now let me hit you with this question, and I want you to answer in the comments right now. Do you think the Warriors should have gone all in for Vucevic? Would you have included Kuminga in a deal to get a dominant center who fits their system? Or was it smarter to hold on to their youth and play the long game? Because this right here, this moment in Warriors history could define how the next 2 to 3 seasons play out. And just think, even if the deal didn't go through this time, who's to say it won't come back around? The NBA is unpredictable. Front offices change their minds. Player values rise and fall. And if the Bulls slump out of contention, they might look to unload Vucevic this summer, and if the Warriors still see him as a fit, you can bet they'll be the first team to call. Also, let's not ignore the chemistry potential. Curry is known for making everyone around him better. Vucevic playing off him could have unlocked some incredible sequences. High screens, quick slips to the rim, kickouts to the corner for Clay. This team would have been so much harder to guard. And for Warriors fans who are frustrated after a roller coaster season, this move would have felt like a breath of fresh air. A clear signal that the front office isn't just standing around waiting for something magical to happen. They're active, aggressive, and still believe in contending,